I had the pleasure of being guest helmsman of the daring Audax this weekend, while the rest of the team looked after the filming. The occasion was the Cowes Corinthian Yacht Club's round of the Cowes Keelboat series, run from the Royal Corinthians shoreline. Saturday delivered the best sailing conditions of the season so far, with a nice 8 to 14 knot west-southwesterly, bright sunshine and superb visibility. 13 darings took the start, with the shore end favoured in the strongly ebbing tide, with the first beat that would take the fleet west to a mark in Gurnard Bay. With a strong tide under us, it paid to get out into the stream while avoiding overstanding the ley line. At the first mark it was Double Knot which rounded first, ahead of Dynamite and Daring Do. Audax was fourth at this stage. The next leg took the fleet back to the east and across the channel to Williams Shipping, near the Brambles Bank. This leg was against the tide, and here the fleet split, with some choosing to head into the island shore to get out of the tide, while others took the direct route. At the mark it was Defender which had moved into the lead. Defender would go on to win the 2-hour 40-minute race. Darling took second, while Destroyer just beat Audax by 2 seconds to take third place. The Dragon fleet also sailed in the Cowes Keelboat series, but they started an hour later than the Darings, which must be a real pain for the race officers when only these two fleets are racing. 8 Dragons started the race, and they were sent to the west on the same course the Darings had sailed earlier. In the strong tide conditions with tricky downwind legs, the fleet got very spread out, with the winner crossing the line 6 minutes before the second boat, with the third another 5 minutes astern. At the line it was Ecstatic who enjoyed the enormous winning margin, ahead of Caramba, with Supremacy taking third. While the Darings and Dragons were racing round the cans, the Etchells fleet was contesting their Southern Area Championship, with a series of windward leeward races to the north of the Brambles. The Classes World Championship will be raced here in just 3 weeks' time, so this weekend was an important practice for the local fleet. Only 43 entries have been confirmed for the Worlds, which is a bit disappointing, but the quality of the fleet will be second to none, and the local boats are keen to do well. With double world champion Stuart Childerley having retired from the class, the home favourites for the Worlds are Andy Beedsworth and the Razmilovich brothers, Ante and Niels. This weekend's racing followed the trend of recent regattas, with the honours being divided between Beedsworth and Niels Razmilovich, who shared the top 2 places in each of Saturday's 3 races. This time, though, it was Razmilovich who came out on top, taking 2 wins to Beedsworth's 1. After the great conditions of Saturday, Sunday disappointed with no wind. All the dayboat fleets were abandoned, but at least the calm conditions were perfect for the return to Cowes of a rather famous yacht, Gipsy Moth IV. Last Monday, Gipsy Moth returned to Plymouth after completing her second round-the-world voyage, 40 years to the day since Chichester sailed into Plymouth Sound after completing his record-breaking circumnavigation in 1967. On Sunday, the historic yacht returned to her home port of Cowes to be greeted by hundreds of well-wishers and a cannon salute from the Royal London Yacht Club as she sailed into Cowes Harbour. The Gipsy Moth IV project has provided nearly 90 young people with the opportunity of a lifetime, They've experienced the challenge, adventure and achievement of taking Gipsy Moth to 20 countries on her circumnavigation with the Blue Water Rally. The idea to restore Gipsy Moth IV and sail her around the world came from Yachting Monthly's editor Paul Gelder, who approached UKSA in Cowes with his plans. UKSA saw the opportunity to save an historic yacht and to create a project to inspire young people to get involved in sailing. The Isle of Wight Economic Partnership was the key partner, which helped get the project underway and which enabled 15 young islanders to sail on legs of the voyage. Gipsy Moth IV will now join UKSA's fleet of yachts and will continue to take young people on adventure sailing experiences. Tomorrow we'll report on the Vice Admiral's Cup, while next week we'll be covering the Quarter Ton Cup, together with the best of the weekend's racing from Cowes.